Hello and welcome to the Quite Drafty Podcast, the show where we pick a topic and draft it. I'm Pex, and joining me are one bubbly boy, it's Jay.
Hello there.
Bursting onto the scene, it's Ollie.
It's me.
And popping out for a pint of oat milk, it's Sef.
I'm sick. I'm here remotely.
And that is the energy we're going with for today's session. Why not? Sure. So, yes, we draft things here, and the subject of this week's draft is my pick. So you get to hear yet more of my voice. Lucky you. So I chose that we were going to draft childhood toys for this one. We're going to get 6 picks each. An alternative title for this one, instead of childhood toys, I was considering just calling this nostalgia bait. But, you know, we're going with childhood toys. So I'm curious to hear, is anyone particularly desperate to be top of the order today?
Yes, I would like to be top of the order, please. Please.
I fear people will take my picks.
I know people will take my picks.
I'm going to say something that is probably going to absolutely screw me over here, but pretty much the only place I don't want to be is top of the order.
Ooh.
Interesting.
I don't want to be 8th. I don't want to be 16th. And I do not want to be 24th.
See, I thought you were going to shock the audience and say we were doing snake draft again, but, you know.
I mean,
wait,
that is
are we
what
doing
do
snake
here.
draft again?
Yeah, that's the whole show.
We're obviously going to do the thing where we shuffle the order as we normally do. I cannot remember who picked the amount of times we shuffled last time, so I'm just going to throw it out to the floor. So, does anyone have a suggestion for a good number to shuffle childhood toys?
28.
28. Is there a reason for the number 28?
No, it brings me zen. Brings me great joy, that number.
Okay, so you guys can just press the fast forward button on your podcast players.
You know what? I'm just going to rapid click about 20 of them, and then we'll zoom down. So
yes,
a whole bunch of random rapid clicks here. I'm going to stop on number 18 because why not? So order 18 was Ollie, Sef, Jay, Pex. Then order number 22 was Ollie, Pex, Jay, Sef. Number 25 was Pex, Jay, Sef, Ollie.
Oh, first
27 was Ollie, Jay,
oh, no.
Pex, Sef,
Please,
and the crucial number 28. Pex.
Oh,
Ollie, no.
Oh, Pex. I'm afraid.
You cursed yourself.
You jinxed it, my man.
Oh, freaking dice.
Unless
curve.
this is what he wanted all along.
No.
Oh,
Manipulating the RNG. Fate.
I'm annoyed about that. So, right, I'll get my first pick ready. Fine. Doot.
It's okay. You can just roll a dice to pick from your list.
I think I know what I'm going for. Okay, so my pick is an absolute classic children's toy that I remember. I loved these as a kid. I was a huge fan of these. So my first pick of the childhood toys drafts, let 'em rip. It's Beyblade.
Yeah. Nice.
Nice.
No. Guess what my first pick was going to be, Pex? Have a guess.
Was it by chance Beyblade?
It was Beyblade. Oh man, I love Beyblades.
Yeah, I freaking love these things. I always, for some reason, everyone else always wanted the hyper-attacking ones. I just wanted the really defensive ones, and just watching other people get upset with theirs, like bouncing off mine repeatedly while mine just kept spinning. I think I'm right in saying that the really defensive one I had was a Master Dragon. And I would just try and get it straight to the middle so everything would bounce off it and it would be absolutely fine throughout. Of course, also, the classic thing that children want is danger. And I remember when we had these, they still had metal plates in them. And those things could cause actual damage.
Nice.
They really could. Like I
need
remember
you to
having
know-
the. Oh, go for it.
No, you go. I'll say one in a sec.
Off to a good start today.
Off to a great start.
I remember I had this green one called Drasil, and of course I watched the TV show as well. And my little undeveloped child brain was thoroughly convinced that there was a real Bit Beast in it. That everybody else's Beyblades were just, toys, but mine had a spirit.
The specialist one.
Apparently I couldn't tell the difference between fiction and reality at that young age. I used
still
to just
struggle with that.
I like the defensive ones too, because you were just like, even if you were just on your own, not doing a fight, you could just let it rip and just stare at it spinning, just watch it go round. Oh, what a time!
Having a good time.
I think the other thing that's quite satisfying about the defensive, long-lasting ones is that you could sort of fight yourself with it, because you could let one of those rip and then let an attack one rip a little bit later, and the defensive one could still win.
Yeah.
I just wanted to say that that's the most goalie coded thing I've ever heard you say in my life, and it fits because you are a goalie. Like, come on.
What can I say? I'm a keeper.
Does anyone remember, though, there was always that one kid who had the gold Beyblade that was not just a Beyblade, but it was like a Beyblade with a hula hoop around it. It was just... Go on, sir.
The one that jumped.
It jumped.
I can't remember if it jumped, but it was kind of like, it was just OP. You'd let it rip into the arena, and because of it having that extra like skirt to push all of the others back and kind of tangle up it, especially like the OG ones where they had kind of the sharp points around the edge of the disc, it'd get tangled up in the yellow ring, and it was just broken. It's weird to think that you could have an OP spinning top, but here we are.
I don't
It's
know
too powerful.
if anyone else has done the deep dive as an adult into Beyblades and seen the level of competitive Beyblades that still occurs today. There are tournaments. It's a whole thing.
Oh yeah,
Would recommend
the
looking into
community
it.
is still very
fascinating.
alive.
It is absolutely fascinating. I couldn't find the one you were talking about, Jay. They weren't called what I thought, but there was like this orange one with an extra wide ring, and it had like a spring in its base that wouldn't go off until after it had been spinning for a while, and it would just randomly jump up. It was so cool.
I hate to disappoint you, but I've managed to find it in like 2 searches.
What was it
Let
called?
me get an image into the... apparently it's the Takara Tommy Beyblade or Tripio helmet. I'm just going to... I know it was this one, so I'm just going to send that into the chat.
That was not the one I was thinking of. Holy.
Here we go. It almost looks like it's got a... oh, wait, maybe it did hop. I'm seeing that it's got almost like...
Yeah, I was thinking of the one on the right. Yeah, no, this is the one.
Wow.
This is
Okay.
different. I remember that one.
Oh, I can't
None of
remember it ever
those
jumping,
looks
but I just remember it just being
No,
OP.
that's not the one that
Incredibly light.
jumped. Let me see if I can find the jumping one.
It doesn't look like it's got any mass to it. It's like it looks like a frisbee. Like usually when I think of a Beyblade, that's like a solid disc of like
Beyblade.
stuff. I can't talk on a good day, and I've had a glass of mulled wine. Leave me alone.
If you look at the one on the right, if you zoom right in, you'll see it has like a solid, quite heavy metal disc just underneath the propeller fans. Like,
Oh, okay.
it still had ballast, but yeah, no, it was just nuts.
Because usually, yeah, I feel like that's a proper metal, like really solid little chunk of plastic and metal that's going to be, yes, don't put your hands anywhere near that.
Oh no, that's a video. What am I doing?
What are you doing? Come on.
Pinging
What
us
am I
everything.
doing? I'm sorry. I'm trying.
No, I'm willing to admit I've never had a Beyblade, and that does make me sad. But I did also go to an all-girls school, so I don't think anyone would have wanted to play with me, which is sad.
Sad times.
There's still time. Christmas
There is still
just
time.
round the corner.
That is true.
Yeah, we can
and
get
I
our
also
hands on some Beyblades and do a quite drafty Beyblade tournaments.
Oh
Don't tease me
yes,
like this, Pex.
that would be so
Is
fun.
this while we watch the drafty movies in the background?
Oh, we have to do a massive merge of all the different bits and bobs we've got from these. Right, anyway, that is my first Pex pick out of the way. I've taken what was apparently top of Sef's board, so I imagine there's been some reshuffling going on. Sef, what is your first pick?
I'm going to be rapidly thinking for a sixth option today, but maybe my theme might have to go out the window just a little bit. But for my first pick after Beyblades, unfortunately, I'm going to go with Geomag. Do you guys remember Geomag?
I literally have no idea what you're
Of course
talking
I
about.
remember Geomag.
They were
Geomag
like
was awesome.
tiny little cylinders with magnets in both ends, and you would stick them together using like spherical ball bearings, and you could make them into geometric structures. That was the whole thing. It was like a building toy, and you could put little triangles made of plastic in between them to flesh out the shapes.
Oh,
Yeah, I remember
But I
those,
freaking
actually.
loved these things. Like,
Those were so
you
much
could-
fun.
you could get the little ball bearings and like stick them together with a magnet and see how many you could get on one chain before it dropped on the magnet. So I played around with magnets a lot as a child, it would seem. Thankfully I didn't eat any. That could be pretty bad, but I wouldn't have put it past me. Those things do look quite tasty. But
Delicious.
the number one thing that I really liked doing with the Geomag, other than building these really cool structures, is that I would build what were essentially tetrahedrons, and I would connect them, hang them from another one, and just spin it round. It was basically a Beyblade.
oh, that just sounds like something that's so satisfying to watch.
It's so satisfying. Like, I'm gonna bring some Geomag next time I see you guys. I still have my Geomag. I have it in a box. I could go and get it right now. I'm not going to,
Nice.
but I could.
The
10 out of
possibility is
10
there.
would recommend.
That's a good toy. Hell yeah.
So many like great children's toys are construction-y type things, I do think, and Geomag absolutely fits that bill. Like, you'll learn so much about structures with that stuff, even when you're not intending to, and it just looks so cool when it's all pieced together.
Yeah,
Oh, I found a picture of somebody doing the exact thing that I would do with them. So it's not just me. I'm not completely weird. But look at this, right? Like, you hang it from what I don't know why they're blowing on it.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Yeah.
But
Such a good time. But no, speaking of building things, my first pick is, in fact, I'm shocked that this wasn't stolen, Lego. It's gotta be.
Thinking it had to be on the list somewhere.
Like, I was genuinely considering this for first pick, but then I thought, you know what, it's too obvious, and someone else is bound to put it on the board.
Yeah.
And then I got such an angry reaction from someone else who was about to put mine first anyway, so maybe I am the basic bitch.
Are we... Question for the group. Are we considering this a childhood toy? Because nowadays,
Yes.
the amount of adults I see walk past the Lego shop and go bananas, this could easily find its way onto an adult toys draft as well.
An adult's toys draft would be very different.
Yeah, an
Adults
adult
Toys
toys
Draft
draft
would
I
be
don't
very
think starts with
entertaining.
Lego.
I know, so much Lego, right?
The joy of Lego is it's both. You can enjoy it as an adult, and you can enjoy it when you were a child. Similarly, with, I would argue, Beyblade and Geomag. You can enjoy
is this
those at
like-
any age.
Is this like Lego broadly, or do you have like a specific category of Lego that's like your top tier Lego?
My personal top tier Lego is the box of random pieces in my grandparents' house, which had zero rhyme or reason. It was just about, 1,000 pieces of just completely random stuff that we would build, like planes and towns and all sorts out of. So nothing set, just whatever you felt like at the time. That's my
There was
favourite kind of
always
Lego.
just like a random box or crate full of miscellaneous pieces. The problem that we had at home was that my brothers didn't like their Lego falling apart, or rather my parents didn't like my brothers having their Lego fall apart, I imagine.
Oh no!
So they would hot glue it together when it was
Oh
done.
no!
So we would have like hot glued pirate ships, and eventually it would break apart and it would go into the miscellaneous box. But you would occasionally
That's
just find
so
clumps of glue in
sad.
there. That's in my mind. That's not how Lego should be.
Yeah,
That's not at all how Lego should be. The whole Lego movie is about how that's not meant to be how Lego are.
Don't glue your Lego, kids.
I think this maybe speaks a lot to what I'm like as a person, but when I ever came around one of those miscellaneous boxes of Lego, I'd just kind of build a cube. Like, just find as many pieces as I could that were just like a wall or a cube or just a solid structure. Me and my brother, we've always been very opposite people, and he was always the creative. So whether it was Geomags, Legos, Kinetics, or any of those sorts of build-a-block ones, or what was the other one? Meccano.
Meccano
He'd go,
was fun.
and it'd basically be something that was like the Mona Lisa would come out the other end, whereas me, it would just be a cube or a box or a wall, or in Geomag it'd just be trying to smush them all together into one kind of blob.
The orb.
I don't mean to add to what has actually kind of alarmingly become a bit of a narrative about me in a couple of these episodes so far. Yeah, it's Lego trains. Lego trains were like something both myself and my brother were obsessed with Lego trains when we were kids.
No.
Like my nan had like the really old Lego trains, so I'm talking with plastic tracks, so they weren't battery powered or electrics powered at all. You just had the rails for them. And we eventually managed to get some of the ones which did have the powered rails. And we, of course, built tracks between our rooms. And because we were 8 and 10, respectively, I was the younger one of those two. So it's more acceptable that I am the one that, didn't think this through. But obviously, beyond bedtime, we would send the train back and forth with messages to each other, thinking, this is so sneaky. Our parents won't catch us.
Meanwhile,
loud as fuck.
I want to put it out there. What do you mean? Lego trains that actually work like trains?
Oh yeah, there was
I
like a
didn't
little
know
power
those
box thing
existed.
that went to it and the
What?
lines. Yeah, it was awesome.
I may be trolling marketplaces after this for a Christmas present for myself. I didn't know that those existed, and now I'm very sad that I didn't know as a child.
There you go. Well, I've taught you something new today. Speaking of teaching us something new, I'm looking forward to whatever Jay's first pick of the childhood toys draft is going to be.
I mean, if we're talking about childhood toys, and we're talking really the OG, like, before toys, we had cardboard boxes.
Hey, no, you're
Okay.
right. That's a good one.
I'm pretty sure one of
Lean
my
in.
earliest memories was painting a cardboard box into some sort of spaceship or castle, and that was just hours of fun. And cats have got it right. If you can sit in a box, if you can flip it upside down, if you can hide in it, you can build a fort out of it, you can cut it into different shapes.
So
Cardboard
good.
boxes.
I
mean,
would like to just say for the listeners, Jay clearly thought that we didn't know what a cardboard box was. So that's a picture of a cardboard box, just in case we weren't familiar with the concept.
100%
We'll put it in
sure.
the show notes, just in case you're not sure what a cardboard box is.
I was going to say, cardboard boxes, like some of us never grow out of playing with cardboard boxes. In fact, I'm very aware of a super soldier who uses cardboard boxes to hide around various military bases and compounds from a series of video games.
But video games were banned. We can't talk about video games. This is.
I know you
boxes.
can't draft a video game. I'm just saying that cardboard box clearly still a useful tool to adults.
This
Exclusively
is
for hiding,
highly
not for anything
effective.
else. Yeah.
Highly effective.
And since we are, in fact, snake drafting, and since we're on this very kind of utilities-based theme, if you will, my next draft is a plastic bottle filled with water. For this particular one, it's a little bit more out there, but I think I may have mentioned it in a previous episode, but I grew up in Belgium. And something that was very much a game that we would play for easily about 10 to 12 years of my childhood is this game that involved filling 2 plastic bottles to the brim with water. You then walk out somewhere between 10 to 20 paces aside from each other, and you would unscrew the tops, and you'd have a ball. And the entire aim of the game was to hit the bottle with the ball. The water would then start to stream out of the bottle, And the important rule, if you decide to play this at home, because it's a fantastic game in the summer, is you cannot right the bottle until you have retrieved the ball. So you would have this mad dash where if you got a really good shot, this water bottle would just go flying off into the background with water streaming out like crazy. And it would just be this mad dash to try and grab the ball and grab the bottle as quickly as possible with lots of screaming involved. And it was another way of kind of, think, reuse, recycle. It's fantastic.
That does sound like a fantastic game, and another one to add to the when we all get together.
On such a genuine level, yes, please. That sounds really
And that's
fun.
before
so
we've
on
even
board.
talked about bottle rockets, and when you like blow up a
That was
bottle,
my
you
first
screw the
thought.
cap onto it, and then you flick it, and the bottle cap flies off. That's another great game.
It also needs to be known that Jay sent us a picture of plastic water bottles in the chat as well, just in case we don't know what those look like either.
But to
I
be more
sense a
specific,
theme.
I sent a collection of plastic water bottles. There are
You
many
do.
different varieties that can be used for gameplay.
Do they create different lengths of game as well, by chance?
Volume. Volume is important, both of your water and also screaming. If the neighbours come out, the game's over, so,
Yeah, but the thing is, the smaller
true.
bottle, harder to hit.
Also
That's
very true.
true.
But the ball is also a huge point, because, the size of the ball, aerodynamics, whether it's inflated or not, but anyway, I believe,
If that's
moving
one
on
of those
to...
wiffle balls, that's going to be really tricky to knock something over. But if it's like a bowling ball, that's going to be definitely entertaining if you then hit your sibling or friend.
I'm looking forward to this. I'm looking
Do you
forward to
aim at
this
the
joining
bottle or the
Olympics.
sibling? Who knows?
Right. Ollie, on that note, do you want to give us your second pick of the childhood toys draft?
So, my second pick of the childhood toys draft is actually going to be that one toy, that one teddy, or a Cuggy, which is a security blanket. So, that one childhood thing that you've had, you don't remember ever getting given it, but you've just had it for longer than you can remember. Like, I've got a plush snowman. That's my one. My brother's was a rabbit. My sister's was a teddy bear. And some people don't have them, but loads and loads of people I know do, at least. And they're just like the one that you have in bed as you sleep, whether that be literally a small blanket or a toy. So I call them a Cuggy. I don't know why I call them a Cuggy. I think it's because of one kids book from my childhood. But I don't know if anybody else calls them that.
I've not heard that name for it before, but it could be like a regionalism or something as well.
I haven't heard it, but I'll buy it. I buy it.
But like the one toy that you've had since time immemorial that is
The
just
one
always
toy
been
to
there.
rule them all.
The one toy to rule them all.
The one toy to bind them.
I think some people on the internet call it like a security toy or a security blanket, but it's not about security. They're because they're my friend. Leave me alone.
See, I would have said, oh yeah, no, mine was a blank, but I was essentially an iPad kid before iPad kids, in that I just took my Game Boy everywhere. That was my security blanket.
Like, the thing is, it depends on the age for me, because I definitely had like a cuddly toy that was that when I was very, very young.
Oh,
And,
that's the one I'm talking about. Like,
Yeah,
very young.
I
remember
think
getting
for
it.
me it was a stuffed cat thing, which was, it was adorable. And to be fair, I have wound up continuously with various different larger cuddly toys as I've got older. Currently a roughly 5'8" teddy bear called Garfield. But
We love
you know.
Garfield. I was about to say 5'8" is a little short. Actually about the right size for your wife. But I would argue
does
you are
not like
definitely
him.
more her cuddly toy than the other way around. If I had to guess.
Right, we'll move on to the second round pick for Sef.
Right, I'm having to revise my list as we go, but what I'm gonna go for now is something a bit more active. I've had something a bit thinking, constructing, playing around, exercising the brain. This was a very physical activity, hard, demanding toy to play with. It's a yo-yo.
Nice.
I don't know about you guys. Maybe they were a bit out of fashion when I was in school, but I didn't care. People bringing their Pokemon cards to school, I was like, sorry guys, I'm gonna go play with my yo-yo. You had to get one of the ones that like could stall at the bottom, so you could do tricks and stuff. I remember like doing round the world, walking the dog.
The coolest kid on the block.
The playground. Yeah.
I did yo-yoing for a talent show one time, and walk the dog was one of the moves where it was like, hey, watch this.
Amazing! I love that. Would have got a standing ovation from me.
Also, you know the one that's like the swing where you have to kind of like grab the rope into a triangle and swing the yo-yo through it. That was, yep.
I
Good
love
times.
things like that, where it's just like, why did humanity invent this? I don't know, but I love it. I'm glad
But it brings me joy.
It's like got that satisfying feeling when it gets to the bottom and you can just feel it going shh as it goes round, you know, it's a good time.
That is a
But
very
when
good
you get
time.
the yo-yos from a Christmas cracker and you just have the initial nostalgia hit, and then you go to do like a walk the dog or something and realize, no, it's a Christmas cracker yo-yo. It's not going to happen.
It doesn't have
Barely a yo at best.
doesn't have the weight to yo-yo.
It's an O.
It's just a yo.
It's an oh no.
Oh,
It's an oh no. I remember having one that lit up, but only when you got it to the bottom and it would stall and it would like get the coloured lights going. Freaking loved that.
Do you know how
Good
much
times.
a decent yo-yo goes for these days? If you go to like a circus website and look at stuff like so I do poi in my spare time, and they have professional yo-yos on websites like that, and they go for close to like 60 to 80 pounds.
60 to
I'm
80?
looking at, hold on, I'm looking at Fire Toys.
that is serious money for serious
I'm
yo-yos.
adding to baskets.
Yeah, I think
Well,
You just
while
keep going.
Seth's here doing his shopping, I will move on to my second round pick. I'll be honest, this one did take me a little bit of thought to get to, and now I need to find the thing again. So, to be honest, Ollie was on to a line which was pretty similar to what I was thinking for my second round with the wonderful cuddly toy experience. But
Yes.
for me, I'm going to talk about something that is cozy, that is snug, that is one of the best places you can build as a child. I'm of course talking about the pillow or blanket fort.
Why limit yourself to childhood? I distinctly remember university.
Yeah, I very much do so remember us both turning our uni rooms into pillow forts and blanket forts.
We had
That
the
sounds
freedom. Who was going
incredible.
to stop us? Nothing is stopping you right now. Exercise your free will, everyone. Make a blanket fort. Do it right now.
I'm pretty
I
sure
might
this also
actually do
made
that.
for one of the better episodes of Community.
it's a very good
Oh,
episode
what
of
an
Community. Not quite
Definitely.
paintball, but it was a highlight.
Does that count as a toy though? I feel that's more of a structure than a toy
I
in
think-
itself.
I think you absolutely play with a pillow or blanket fort.
I'm not arguing that you don't play with it. I'm just arguing, does it count as a toy?
What definition of a toy are you
Now-
trying to ascribe here that this does not meet but a cardboard box?
Now,
Does.
according to Google AI, a toy is an object for play. Typically for
Well,
children, providing
I mean-
entertainment and helping develop skills.
But then you could call like a pet cat a toy.
Okay,
But that's not right.
But
That's
let's
a
go.
pet.
Let's go with this. Okay, so it's an object for play that helps to develop some kind of skills as well. Absolutely, you've got various different engineering skills for the kinds of ways that I built pillow and blanket forts in order to make sure those structures were solid, because God knows I also ran into them an awful lot and somehow didn't knock them over. So, like, I definitely got that element. I played with those things an awful lot. They're great for hide and seek. They're great for just cozying on up with your Game Boy or whatever else it is as well. You can be using multiple toys at once. Like, I had cards out in these things. I had other toys that I might be drafting later out in these things, so I'm not going to say right now. But yeah, I think this absolutely has to be considered a childhood toy.
I would like to just keep reading that AI definition for you, because the next part says the term also applies to items adults use for fun. or even utilitarian objects used playfully. Consider the blanket a utilitarian
That's
object.
considered the humble
Used playfully.
blanket.
Yep, that is a blanket or a pillow used playfully for sure.
I am going to back Ollie up a little bit.
You just
You
got
could argue.
Thank you.
You could argue that the toy is the pillow and blanket. The fort is the destination.
The fort is the destination. Yes.
The fort is the
there
game.
you go. I'll take
it is
that.
what
The
you
fort
play
is the game.
with your pillow and your blanket.
Yeah, okay. If we're taking it like that, it's the pillow and the blanket that's the toy. I'll accept it. The pillow fort itself, I'd feel is a structure. That's like a treehouse. The treehouse is not the toy. The treehouse is the location.
I'm thinking, Pex, you've got to put the word fort in brackets. Fort is definitely part of this overall experience, but your pillow blanket, you're onto something here.
Okay, cool. So pillow / blanket, bedding generally, brackets, fort. It's apparently now my second pick.
Excellent, thank you.
Thanks for the specificity.
I'm going to have to try and remember to say it like that when we do the summary at the end, just so that everyone can be really confused having forgotten about it. So
We'll hold you to account, don't worry.
I'm sure you all will. Right, what am I going to go for my first pick of the third round? I have got quite a few different directions I was considering going in for this one, if I'm honest. There were a few things that came to mind in particular, but I have to go with something that I think is just a wonderful mess of a toy, which is the bouncy ball.
Solid.
Oh, what a choice.
That's a solid one.
Like, more than one bouncy ball is a way to instantly turn a room into absolute chaos. It is fantastic fun. I'm of course going to be putting in pictures of some of the like stripy variety of bouncy ball to the chat, because I particularly like the stripy ones. I don't know why, but when they bounced in the air, they were more visually pleasing to me to look at. So I had a lot of stripy bouncy balls.
Like the dual colour ones, yeah.
Oh yeah.
But
Dual
the
colour.
issue that I had with those is that they're so biteable. Like, they are perfectly mouth-sized. They look like they're candy, and then you can separate the two halves, as they should be. And it was just, those didn't survive with me, I'm afraid.
There is a dangerous number of toys from our childhoods that are food-sized and look delicious.
And looks so tasty.
Yep, and of course we're all thinking of Beyblade.
That should have been...
Crunchy.
Yeah. That should have been my category, dang it. Edible looking kids' toys.
Putting
Damn.
Play-Doh on that list straight away.
Play-Doh, those aliens, you know, the slimy aliens? Very biteable.
Yeah.
But with Play-Doh, it's when
do
you have
not
the
look
little
like they taste
They
spaghetti
don't.
thing.
Oh, the spaghetti
noodles.
strainery type thing, yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah, you make the Play-Doh look like food. You can't expect me to do anything other than eat it in that scenario, I'm sorry.
Well, there wasn't Play-Doh supposed to be safe to eat. Like, it wasn't supposed to taste
is.
good, but it was supposed to be safe.
Yeah,
It
it's
is.
super
You
salty.
can make
but
homemade
it's-
Play-Doh.
Play-Doh right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah,
There you
you
go,
just
I know
need
what
to
we're doing for dinner.
overload it with salt.
You can genuinely make homemade Play-Doh. I think you have to use flour and other ingredients, but it's something you can
It's
just make some
flour,
at
salt,
home.
and water, but it's like a metric shit ton of salt because it stops the gluten from forming properly to make it into dough rather than into a salt thing, and then it doesn't go off because it's too salty. Nothing wants to grow there. But it
This has
tastes
been
bad.
Science with
This
Ollie.
has been science. Yippee! I don't know the science of exactly why it doesn't do it, but it doesn't do it.
Right, second round pick, Sef.
Alright, here we go. I think...
Third round pick. Sorry.
Third
Third
round
round
pick.
pick. I'm
Jeez.
going to go a
Come
bit
on,
further
Pex.
back in my personal history.
You're going to redo your second round pick?
No. Geomag and Yo-Yo, I feel like I was already of school age by these times. I'm going to go further back. Preschool, if you will. 2. Does anyone remember those little plastic fruits where you have Velcro and you
Oh
cut
my
them in half?
goodness, yes.
I freaking love those things. Now, I don't think I used them as intended, i.e. to cut them into their respective halves and then stick them together and then cut them apart again. I was less interested in the Velcro aspect, so much as there was one that was a kiwi and I guess it does look edible now that I think about it. I just liked spinning them round. Like, they wobble in funny ways.
I like the fact that all of your
spin?
picks are spinning, yeah.
No! My theme actually is not that they spin. They may coincidentally all spin. But that wasn't the theme. Though now I'm looking at it.
Yeah,
Because
this is
you
like
also
Bonnie's
wanted
it's
the
all
Beyblades.
accidentally circles thing.
Which also spins, Beyblades do, and you wanted that one.
So, now that I'm looking at it, yeah, I guess that's my theme. I had something else written down, but spinning also works. So we'll go with that.
I'm looking forward to what the other thing is that these all fit into. This is going to be good fun.
I just don't think that I used it in the way that it was intended. You know, like what they want me to be a little tiny chef with my little hands and plastic knife. No. Make the
Spinning
fruit spin.
time. Excellent. Okay, my third round pick is going to be a marble run. If any of you remember what that is. Yeah.
Oh, Marble Run!
They were
Oh.
so
Marble
fun.
Run!
That was the thing I was debating against Bouncy Ball for which one I was going to pick in this round. Damn it.
Yes, excellent. Or just miles of shiny pieces of plastic that all click together to make these elaborate, like, loop-de-loops and swirl-go-rounds and all sorts for these poor, unsuspecting marbles. So much fun.
We used to build these around the banisters at ours.
Oh, that's so
and we often would run out of bits before we could get to the bottom of the stairs, so there would always be a point where the marbles just drop and you heard the bang as they hit the floor at the bottom.
Just making dents in the floors. Let's go.
Yep. I'm sure my parents loved me and my brother sometimes.
Oh, so much fun. I don't think that's one that needs explanation. Just absolutely top tier toy.
Did you have a name that you called the big plate dish ones?
The toilet bowl.
Yeah, swirl go rounds.
Swirl go rounds. I heard Seth say toilet bowl for them.
Yeah,
Of course,
like-
you flush them down.
I like the term whirly durly for them.
Whirly Durly is also a good
Whirly
name for
Durly
them.
is a good name.
There you go.
There's so many pieces.
I think
they were so
we've
much
probably
fun.
just too Britishified the podcast for any Americans listening there with
Did
They
the
don't know
the
Americans
this.
not
British
have
slang
them?
ones. I don't know if they had them or not, but I'm not sure they would have ever have gone for, oh, this is a whirly durly.
They could have. You don't know that. Americans
Whirly
in the
Durly does
chat.
sound-
Sound off. What are they called?
I can
That sounds
imagine.
American.
I can imagine a southerner saying it.
I
Whirly
suppose,
durly.
maybe.
Like you can.
Whirly
I
Durly.
apologise for that, but I can imagine it. I can imagine it.
It could happen. It could.
I'm so gutted I haven't got that. That's a great pick.
Yes.
Jay
That's
is being
like top tier
suspiciously
pick.
quiet. Are you over there
Very
rethinking your
suspiciously
list?
quiet. Is it going to be this?
No,
It's going to be
but-
another innocuous item.
I'm kind of gearing up for a potential debate, shall we say?
Oh, okay.
I'm going to argue that Marble
so-
Run's not a toy.
No. It's for my third round pick. As is the nature of our podcast, if something hath already been picked, thou must not pick it again.
Oh.
But my next pick is simply a ball. So we've already had bouncy ball.
Ooh.
I think
can
you
I
have to be
still
more
have
specific
a
than a
ball?
ball.
Yeah,
You're gonna
I
have to
think
specify what ball.
specificity is required because I think a ball would include the bouncy balls that have already gone on there. So I think you have to be more specific.
Okay, we're going to have to narrow it down. I'm going to go for a football because I feel like everyone has
Good
had
pick.
at least one football. Even if
Yeah.
it's deflated, it's probably got water pooling in one corner, sat in the back of the garden. Everybody's had at least a football at some point or another. Most notably, some of the neighborhood games that we'd play were things like Kirby. Any of you guys play Kirby growing up?
I'm almost certain it's going to be a case of it's a game I have played but by a different name because that's what
Yeah,
these things
probably.
almost always are. Children name them everything but they all turn out to be the same thing.
So
As you
this would
say
only
Kirby,
work.
and my brain just goes to like round pink dude eating food.
Yeah.
Eater of worlds.
Ah, Kirby.
Consumer.
But this particular game, it would only work if you had a quiet enough street in suburbia that you were unlikely to deal with traffic, and it had to be a narrow enough street with tall curbs on either side of the street. And what you would do is you would get together with, let's say, between 2 and 6 of your friends normally, and you would take the ball, and the aim of the game was to hit the corner of the curb so that the ball would come back to you and you could catch it. If you could catch it, then you could run over and try and tag somebody on the other side of the street, and they would be out of the game, or they join your team. And the rules would change on a nearly weekly basis, but the core
Of course.
crux of it is hitting this ball against the corner of the curb and catching it. That was the main repetitive rule.
I can't say I've ever played that. If I had tried that in the street where I grew up, I would have been hit by a car. They had to install speed bumps on my road when I was about 13 because people kept going too fast down the road. Yippee!
No, I do think football is an incredible pick, though. Like, I have so
Solid.
many great childhood memories of playing football, or playing games with a football. I'm a little bit surprised that someone other than me is the one who's picked it, because I think I'm the only football interested person on the podcast, except for Jay a little bit when the international tournaments come around.
Only when the World Cup or the Euros is on. But actually, I picked this with no football involved whatsoever, mainly because my cousin, until very recently, was a semi-professional football player. And even when we were kids, playing football against him was just pointless. It was not going to happen. We would play games that, if anything, involved a football and a trampoline. Perfect combination. You had to dodge it so you didn't get hit by it. You had to bounce it. Football and trampoline, great combo. In Belgium, we also played a game we called Petit Pois, where the rules were if you could kick the ball between somebody's legs, so usually running around it would happen at some point, you got to thump them on the arm.
Hell
so
yeah.
by the end of it,
Football-related
they'd usually be
sports are
screaming,
almost always
crying,
violent.
and bruises.
Like,
But very rarely football.
The classic one that you always wound up with as a kid's game round our way was called Red Arse, which was basically you get a wall, you kick the ball against the wall, you have to one bounce get it against the wall, and you kind of take it in turns. The person who fucks up then has to stand against the wall, and everyone tries to pelt them with the ball as hard as they can.
Ideal.
It just carries on like that. Yep,
I think
children
any
know that.
excuse
might
that
have
kids
played
could
that.
make to hit each other. I mean, a yellow car, smack. Oh, it's the first of the month, smack. Oh, you hit me at the first of the month, I get to hit you back. Literally any excuse.
Yep, any excuse to hurt each other. That's what children are there for.
Weirdly,
I
this
mean-
does now bring us into round 4. On a related note, my
God.
4th round pick is snow.
Ooh, solid.
Oh,
Snow day, back when schools would still let you actually have fun and weren't taking the soul out of everything. You could go and have full-blown snowball wars. You could make a snowman. My school, when I was growing up, they had the rules where it was you couldn't do a snowball fight on school grounds, but you could go to the nearby sports pitch where there was a full running track and field, and out there was fair game. Once you got through, there was a small forest with a path through the middle. Once you came out on the other side of the path, you were there of your own free will and consent, and whatever happened to you was going to happen.
That
And
sounds
I
like
have
for
vivid
legal
memory.
reasons. Because if anyone
Oh.
gets injured there, that's not school grounds, so it doesn't count. They don't have to worry about that.
This was genuinely the best bit. So me coming in as a year 7, we all came in as a class because we got let out slightly later than the other years, and there was years 8 through to 11 stood in a line, all holding snowballs. And as soon as the year 7s made it onto the pitch, they all just yelled, "Get 'em!" And that was one of my earliest memories, is having the whole combined might of a school come after you for a solid 25 minutes of lunchtime.
Incredible.
I remember growing up, the path to school was quite long, so I had to get a train in to go to school, and then I had to walk across a town centre in order to get to the school. It took about 20 minutes to half an hour, so it takes quite a while. And on snow days, that of course meant because loads of people did this, the entirety of the gap between the school and the rail station just turns into a massive snowball fight where you've got people from various different schools in the area camping out in different areas to chuck snowballs at each other. It became chaos. I imagine for every adult in the town it was terrifying and infuriating, but it was quite a lot of fun from the kids' perspective.
Hell yeah.
I do feel like it's quite an equalising activity, because when you think of the concerns of parents nowadays that kids can get hurt because there might be rocks in the snow or there might be brambles or something like that, realistically, there is an equal probability of any kid being hit with a snowball that's got a rock or something in it. This isn't going to be a stronger kid versus weaker kids kind of scenario. If a snowball's flying through a field of children, someone's going to get hit, and it could be anyone. It's equal opportunity. It doesn't matter who they are, what they are, you're going to get hit by snow and you might get hurt.
This is a hot take.
I was going to say, I remember our school was actually kind of okay with snowballs during, break time and lunchtime, up until someone started putting rocks inside the snowballs. And then it very quickly no longer became a thing.
Somebody has always got to go and ruin it.
Yep, there's always someone to ruin it. Well, hopefully not ruining the draft.
Speaking of ruining things, let's go. I'm going to go for one of the many joys in my life. I'm going to go for Sylvanian families. Oh, yes.
Oh, my sister loved these.
Love these guys to the point that I still have Sylvanian families because they're so damn cute. And you can dress them up in little outfits and it makes me very happy. So yeah, Sylvanian families. I only had one set when I was a child because they are not inexpensive. And my parents, I got one for my birthday from my grandma, and I went, I want more, please. And my parents went, no, we're not spending £20 on a little set of little toys for you. Absolutely not. Go outside. So I only ever had one as a child, but I do have a couple more now because I have my own money. Yippee!
I am going to need an explanation here because I've just Googled it and I'm looking at these small felt creatures and I'm still not getting it.
So they're small felt creatures. I will. Here we go. Are you ready? Are you ready for this? I just need to turn my lights up a little higher so you can see it. They're little felt animals, and they're so stinking cute. And they can you get at least 2 or 3 of them in each set, like a little family. They're Sylvanian families, and they've all got little outfits.
For those listening to the pod, Ollie is holding up what looks to be a small fox wearing a floral dress.
Come on! Yeah, so I've got one wearing a floral dress. I've got this one wearing a little set of pants with and trousers with a little baby in a basket. I've got a bear. Here we go. Yippee! In a little dress.
So I assume they've got felt on them. Is it felt or what?
So they're I can't remember what it's called, but when you sprinkle bits, when people are making train sets and they make the grass for the train sets. I know, deep cut, let's go. I can't remember what that's called.
I know what you mean.
But yeah, what's it called?
Is it flocking?
It's flocking. Is that what you call it? They're flocked. They're flocked. So they're like hard plastic or whatever the material is underneath, and they are flocked with this velvety material that's really soft to the touch. So they're very nice and pleasant to touch. Or some people think that they are the worst thing ever to touch, and there is no in between. I am fortunately one of the ones who goes so soft and lovely, but I do know a lot of people who are I would absolutely never in my life touch one of those again, which is quite funny. But yeah, little Sylvanian families, and you can have very Barbie-esque enjoyment of them having family drama and this one, oh no, the mum one has just murdered someone. Dun, dun,
I really have enjoyed Ollie going full ad read for this particular one. That was
they're so cute. I can't deal with how cute they are. Look at them. Look them up. Go on the internet and find them. They're so cute. I really want the Snowbird family. They make me so happy. as an adult as well, I now have money that I can spend on these things that I was not allowed to do when I was a child. Which was sensible.
I would love
of my
to
parents,
see
to be
like
fair.
the 90s style TV ad for this, because I feel like there'd be some like crazy, I don't know, like pop music in the background. They'd all be in some sort of woodland thicket. There'd be probably one of those like roundabout things, and they'd be spun slowly.
So a lot of the sets do have like a house, like little houses or a little tea shop or a little like interactive thing to play with. I am not interested in those. I simply am interested in the actual creatures themselves, because yes, that's where the family drama happens. That's where the line of succession is fought with poison and blade.
Who knew that this was just the children's game version of a soap opera?
You've never played with
possibly
Barbies, have you? Because that's
No.
just Barbies as well.
Oh, okay. Right, on to the 4th round pick for Sef.
Well, now that you guys have kind of pointed out to me that my list is entirely things that spin, I feel like it's appropriate to bring this up, because I'm going by that definition earlier of a utilitarian object can also be a toy if used in such a way. Okay? Because this wasn't really like bought for me specifically as a toy. It was something that was brought into the family home for a different purpose. But for me, it is a spinny chair.
Oh, yeah.
Any chair that lets you rotate 360 degrees, I'm on that sucker. I'm spinning. Even now, I'm like, the chair that's in this room right now, guess what? It spins.
Ooh, it spins.
And I love the spinning. I can't get enough. It's like you'd have to go to the park and get on one of those, like get on a roundabout or whatever. I don't know why I'm calling it a roundabout. You know what I mean. You know what I meant.
I know what you mean, but I
round.
cannot remember what they're called.
I think I called it a roundabout, but it's a merry-go-round, isn't it? Is that what
No,
you meant to
but
say?
merry-go-round it's not, because that's like the thing at the fair with the horses. This is just
Is
one
it
of
not
those
the
I'm
same?
really
turn
The
worried
ones
that it
that
is
like a
called a
play
roundabout
park.
now.
I think it's called a roundabout.
But you know the modern versions where you like sit in a bowl and it spins round, those are great. The ones with like the pole that sticks up in a wiggly shape and someone has to spin you on it, those were always great. So the idea of having a chair at home where I could spin, awesome.
called
That is a
roundabouts.
toy.
They're called roundabouts.
I
They are
can
actually
confirm
called
it
roundabouts.
is roundabout, although it is also known as a merry-go-round. I've found both.
Really? But a merry-go-round's the one with the horses. The horses.
It takes every fibre of my being at work to not just spin in the spinny chairs.
Understandable. Very understandable. I do remember going on
Okay.
the like playground roundabouts and getting very, very sick. Because you have
like
your
particularly if you've had
sacrificial
enough
lamb in the
sweets
middle, and
then you're introduced to a spinny chair, it can go disastrously wrong, but it is fun in the process.
that's true.
Okay,
Very
but
true.
Seth, thoughts on chairs with wheels? Because I feel like, you've got one half of what is a fantastic day.
You're adding an extra layer once you get some wheels on there. Put some caster wheels, you can go in any direction. We've got races. We've got like bowling people in spinny chairs at objects. You could do that. You could play with that for hours. Forget hours, days, weeks. Forge your own spinny chair Olympics. Let's go.
Who can go the longest without passing out? Let's go.
Okay, I will do my 4th round pick now as well. So, my 4th round pick is Robot Wars remote control robots.
Hell yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Loved these things as a kid. The one I have posted in the chat is Matilda. I chose Matilda in particular for this because Matilda is the one that's got flipper on the front. So it was quite fun trying to actually flip things over with an RC robot. As a kid, I desperately wanted to be good enough at engineering and that kind of stuff to do a Robot Wars. I absolutely loved flippers. I loved the ones with the spinning discs as well. Like Hypnodisc was fantastic to watch. My personal favourite was a gigantic wedge of cheese called Wheelie Big Cheese.
They were my favourite. I freaking love Wheelie Big Cheese.
Yeah, Wheelie Big Cheese was a fantastic robot. But yeah, Robot Wars absolutely held a loved place in my childhood, and the remote control robots were absolutely a massive part of that. I remember having this one. I also had an Axbot, which was actually from the American not so good BattleBots. My brother had Shunt, which fantastic, and Tornado as well. And then I also later got a little Sergeant Bash one, and we had a Sir Killalot one, and all of this was awesome.
That is so cool.
That is really, really cool. I mean, like, the moment you started listing, like, robots from Robot Wars, and I was just, like, unlocking parts of my brain I haven't thought about in a while. Like, Chaos 2 and Razor.
Oh, I love
and
Chaos 2.
Deator. That was the one that got set on fire, right? With
yes, Deator was
red and
hilarious
black
every time,
spots.
because it was basically just being sent out to catch fire in every battle.
I need listeners to know that, you know, the robot he mentioned at the beginning called Matilda. Matilda is not the name I would give this robot. It looks like the cross between a stag beetle, a very unwell Triceratops, and something that I would maybe see in my nightmares. Please look this creature up, because it is so weird looking. Its eyes have spikes. They've got eye spikes. I liked
Matilda so much more when they replaced the chainsaw with the flywheel as well. Like, the flywheel was fantastic. Ripped things apart with that thing.
I don't know if this is almost like a Rorschach test, but I saw that and I thought hedgehog. Like,
yeah, it is quite hedgehoggy, actually. You're right.
Stabby the hedgehog.
There's no way to easily describe this creature with just one descriptor.
It's a bit like a woodlouse with
everything.
Stegosaurus spikes with a Triceratops head.
Yeah. Or slight mushroom vibes I'm getting, somewhat. But yeah, like some kind of isopod. Very cute, but also awful. I love it.
Right. So I need to make my selection for the 5th round.
Nice.
The thing is, I genuinely have a temptation to do something a bit stupid here, but I'm not going to. I'm gonna go with something else from my list. I'm gonna go for something. I'm gonna go for something a bit dumb. Okay.
None of us would do such a thing.
Never do such a thing.
This one I'm picking primarily because when I found it again, I was like, wait, what was that really the name of this thing?
Danger.
It's an incredibly marketable name. So I've just posted a picture of it in the chat.
Uh-oh.
It is called the Virtual Reality World 3D Color Ninja VR Game Set 2000.
Hey!
Think
So
of
it
yes,
rolls
no.
off the tongue.
5 times fast. I can't even say 5 times fast the first time, so I'm not going to get through that one.
Pex, this does
Get
look suspiciously
into the
like a
game.
video game.
Pex!
Oh.
Illegal move.
The ruling which I was trying to steer towards on that one, because I wanted things like Tamagotchi to be allowed, was that I'm trying to rule out games consoles and games attached to games consoles. But I am happy to be overruled on this one if we feel all video games should be out. But that would include things like Tamagotchi having to be removed from this draft as well.
Would it?
I feel like, here's my question, Pex. If somebody had said, like, Dance Dance Revolution Pad, would you have
I would have said
yes
that's
or-
fine.
Okay,
Really?
interesting. He's got some internal
Ooh.
consistency.
In fact, to be honest, it was one of the ones I was considering on my board as well. Was the Dance Dance Revolution Pad. But the thing is, when I'm talking about this as a video game, this is a VR headset before VR was actually a thing. So allow me to explain to you what this actually involves as a game. Okay? You put on the headset, and then a character lights up in one of the 5 different slots of the headset. You wave your arms around, and the character disappears again.
Hell yeah.
So that's the extent to which this is a video game. The great thing is that you can also see all 5 characters from pretty early on in the game at all times, because once they've lit up once, when the light turns off, you've still kind of got the visual imprint of it on the VR
got a bit of an
headset.
Is it an after image in your eyes, or is it like just burned on the
I could
screen?
not tell if it was an after image or if it was just the screen itself just didn't shut off that well. But this thing was pure trash, and I kind of loved it.
Can you tell me, Pex, do you suffer from migraines these days?
We're not talking about the Vertigo incident.
Oh, the Vertigo incident.
But yes, I will allow you to scrap this pick if you do want it scrapped, but I think this absolutely qualifies as a toy, because there's no way this is like capable enough of being a video game.
Would you be able to... Were there other games loadable on this headset, or was it just the one?
I imagine you probably could load another game onto it if you took it apart, took the like stencils out, replaced them with something else.
Okay,
and
but
then
not by
those
function.
5 things could light up instead.
Nice. So, but it wasn't intended like as a like cartridgeable. You put a cartridge in and it plays a different game.
No, this was the year 2000. Meta wasn't a company yet.
Oh, I went to the year 2000. Yeah, okay. I think I'll accept this. If it was so non-functional that it was basically the equivalent of 8-bit, then 100% we'll go with it.
Jay,
I mean, I allowed
are we all good on
snow,
this one?
which
Is this
I
trash enough for you?
do not personally think is a toy, but it's fine. I'm not going to go into it.
Yeah, I'm alright with this one. The only thing that does make me ever so slightly sad is we've made it all the way to round 5, with maybe the exception of the Robot Wars RC, without any of these being powered by some form of electricity. And even then, the RC one, I mean, it's battery powered, but like, I don't know, you don't really think of it as being electrically powered, not in the same way that a headset would be.
I think this was actually battery powered as well. It wasn't mains powered.
Nice.
See, I think it's
tracks.
okay because it is like it's self-contained. It is a single experience. It doesn't allow you to play more than one game, and let's be honest, it doesn't sound like it really lets you play a game. But it clearly means something to you. So I think it should stay in the list.
I just remember this being a dumb thing and kind of loving it, so that's why it's there. And of course, there are accidental consequences if you play this near someone else.
Of course. Definitely
Accidental, he says.
Definitely.
You
Hey,
cannot say
brother,
a damn
come on
thing
in.
out of
I'm
that
going to
headset.
play with the Virtual Reality World 3D Color Ninja VR Game Set 2000. Oh, dear. I guess that makes it my shot at the... Okay, I'll be honest, I've given up on my original theme, as it were, but I've decided to lean in heavily to the things that spin. So, next on my list, I'm going to go for one that Jay might appreciate. The Diablo. I'm not sure if
That's a nice
you guys
one.
have... I feel like this is something like that you have some experience on like a school day, or like you see someone doing it somewhere. Maybe you went to the circus and you saw it and you were like, what is that? And it's essentially like 2 hemispheres stuck together with a little cylinder in between, and it goes on a string between 2 sticks, and you whip the sticks back and forth to get it spinning, and then you try and do tricks like throwing it and catching it and bouncing it off the string. It's like a yo-yo that's not attached, that it's bigger with 2 sticks instead of 1 string.
That's a
I
really
loved
good
it.
one. I loved though. And you could throw that at your siblings as well. Oh, oops,
Yeah.
I've accidentally launched it towards my sibling or friend. Dang.
They're like, sibling, you grab the other set of sticks and I will throw it to you. We'll make a whole routine out of it.
Exactly. You get it.
Yes, to you, not at you.
Not at you, I promise.
Have any of you seen any of the grown-ups movies where they do arrow roulette? Where they get a bow and arrow, they fire it into the air, and it's just kind of you run away and hope it doesn't hit you. I kind of feel like as kids you had the Diablo equivalent where somebody would like speed it all the way up, fling it into the air as high as it would go, and it would just be a bit of a, oh shit, run kind of thing.
Yeah. Absolutely. So many times.
I feel like that's
even if
also
you
one of those
couldn't-
toys that definitely aggravated your parents, because if you did it indoors, it was all of the furniture, anything glass, anything ceramic. It was, don't play with that indoors.
Go outside right now.
Maybe you go in the garden and launch it over into a neighbour's garden, you know. I bet you they just love that,
100%.
you know.
I probably should have mentioned that back with the football draft, that part of the fun of owning a football is that moment you have to go knock on your neighbour's door. It happens to everyone eventually.
Yeah, we had a particular neighbour that was never particularly pleased to see us, considering how often it happened.
Well, speaking of playing outdoors, it's my go again, and I am choosing a stick as my 5th round pick. So versatile, so many options, all of them involve hitting your siblings. Again, and or friends. Oh, who can throw the stick the furthest? Oops, they happen to be standing in the way. Do you want to do sword fighting? Let's go. Hitting each other with sticks as much as possible. Just so much versatility, and also just like a good one. So if you're like on a walk with your family and you don't have any toys with you and you're getting a bit bored, oh look, what's that? A stick. Cool. I'm going to see how many people I can hit with this before I get taken off me. Ideal. Instant entertainment value.
You do seem to bring a lot of violence to the stick narrative. There are non-violent stick things you can do.
Yeah, but none of them are as fun.
For listeners at home, Sef is a stick pacifist.
Is a stick pacifist? It can be. A stick is a tool that it's about who and how the tool is used. If you are just pretending to be a wizard, you don't have to hit people with the stick. It's a good time. If you
But then
pick
you have
up
to
like
cast
little sticks,
spells on people with the stick.
Yeah, but then
maybe
you're
they're
casting...
spells of healing, huh?
Are they though? Are they really? Are you sure about that? Or are they spells of you look weird now?
I don't know what spells you're
Heal them a
casting.
bit, but make their nose 3 inches longer.
Perfect. I don't know if you guys ever played the game Poo Sticks.
Oh, all the
Two
time,
sticks
yeah.
is a classic.
It's a classic when you're out on a walk and you go over some body of water, either on a bridge or like over a little passing. If there's a way for the water to get through that, you drop the stick in at the same time, and then you just race to see whose stick comes out the other side first. It's
Or a
great.
tool, sometimes, depending on the bridge. If there's a lot of jamming up there, then your stick could disappear forever.
It's all about
Which is
careful
always
stick
sad.
choice.
It is, yeah.
You could also combine it with some leaves, make a little raft.
That's good.
Depending on how
Ooh,
crafty
stick
you're
shelter.
feeling.
Ooh, stick shelters,
Oh,
also
stick
good.
shelters.
Walking
Yeah,
through the forest
so
as a
much
kid and just
versatility.
pointing out to your parent over and over again, oh, it's Eeyore's house. And another. And another one.
Eeyore lives everywhere. Oh my god. Eeyore's a
Eeyore
or
playing the
multiple
long
house
game.
owner.
They will
Invested in
never
property.
find me.
He's not been paying his property taxes.
It's just Eeyore gets evicted and it's just like, oh bother, I've got to build another house.
He's building his own house and getting evicted from the house he built. Poor
It's because
guy.
he's never has planning permission.
That's a good point. He needed to go to the 100 Acre Wood Council, but no.
I do enjoy that your pick, Ollie, is one of the few picks that we can also enjoy with the Animal Kingdom, because whether it's playing fetch with a dog or just appreciating a beaver
true.
dam, nature is also a big fan of the humble stick.
Yeah, everybody loves the humble stick. And there's some
Well-
good puns and jokes
Yep.
to do with sticks.
And before we get
a
the
good
wrong
time.
end of the stick, shall we move on to Jay's 5th round pick?
All right, we're up for another slightly controversial one. My next pick is a play park.
No, that's
No.
a structure. Come
No,
on.
that is not a toy. That is not an object.
I would like to justify why I thought of this when I was thinking of my picks. I was trying to consider what did I spend the large amount of my childhood doing while I was kind of in the act of play with friends. And I was never actually much of an indoor child, not until I kind of grew into my early teens and became a bookworm and a shut-in. But really, during my earliest memories, I used to live on an army base, so it was really quite a safe place to go out exploring, and we would spend hours and days even at these play parks playing all manners of different games. So I did think I'd try shoot my shot with that one, and I did think that it might not pass.
I would like to remind the
You're
listeners
correct, it doesn't pass.
That calling a play park one would be like saying, "Oh yeah, my favourite toy was my bedroom." It's
My favourite toy was
that you objected
the
to
outdoors,
Pex saying pillow fort because of the fort.
True, that's a good point.
I did think that would come back to bite me. I'm not going to lie, I had play park in my mind while arguing that one.
You argued for the wrong side. But it was the correct side,
Okay.
because that's a location. That's not a toy.
I do
setting.
have other picks, so I will accept the decision of the council on this one. Down to my final two picks, I have to admit that there are so many that I could honourably mention here. And I did think, if you guys wouldn't let me have Play Park, what would my alternate pick be? And there's just so many things that I could choose, but I feel like the only thing that is the natural successor to a Play Park is a bicycle.
Acceptable. I feel.
Okay,
yeah.
we're allowing bicycle. This is good.
Just about.
I
It
think
feels
Skin of
so
your teeth.
borderline, but
It's so
no,
borderline.
I think bicycle is hardcore a toy. Like, because people play around on bicycles, they do stupid stunts, they hurt themselves playing around on bicycles. Like, I grant you, it's something that in later life becomes a
vehicle.
a vehicle, and because adults are boring, we just turn it into a mode of transportation. But as a kid, a bicycle absolutely is a toy, and I say that as someone who never rode a bicycle as a child.
it is an object for
Pex.
play, typically for children, providing entertainment and helping develop skills.
Yeah.
I
I'll take
forgot
that.
being around while you were learning to ride a bike. It was the most wholesome thing.
I remember.
I was hopeless, but it was the first time I'd learnt to ride a bike, and you know what they say, it's like learning to ride a bike. Once you've got it, you never lose it. But didn't have it.
I think the thing that Pex has potentially missed as a childhood development experience is that many people will have had their first bike with training wheels, whereas Pex, as a fully fledged adult, skipped the training wheels era and has gone straight to the two-wheeled bicycle that we
I
all
went straight
probably...
to the crash.
I do remember us pushing that bicycle a long way across the city.
Yes.
That was the time.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's because I picked up a bicycle before I'd learnt how to ride a bicycle. And I was like, well, I can't really ride it on roads home not knowing how to ride a bicycle. That seems like a dangerous way to live.
Part of the motivation for the
something.
bicycle pick as well, and if my family ever do listen to the pod, they'll enjoy that I've mentioned this. There was one particularly tragic Christmas, which just shows how entitled a child I was growing up, where there was you come down Christmas morning, there's presents in the living room, and one of those presents was a BMX bicycle. And when I say BMX, this had the little kind of aluminium cylinders on the front and back wheels where you could stand on the back wheels, you could stand on the front, you could do tricks with it. And I came down as the oldest child in a family of 4, and family of 6 including parents, and immediately went, "Oh my god, you got me a bike!" To which my mum goes, "Jay, check the tag please, honey," and it says it's to my brother Dylan, and it's, "Oh no, sorry, my mistake, whoops, that's actually your bike." And then karma, as would have it, about 2 years following this, he ended up doing one of those shenanigan moments of riding it up a ramp and ended up having to go to hospital to have stitches in his head because of a BMX-related accident. I wasn't too interested in the bike after that, I'll be completely honest.
Yeah, a little put off.
That's one way to kill the interest, isn't it?
So with that in mind, moving on to the final round of the pick. Again, I was kind of thinking of various classics, and there are two that sprang to mind, and I'm still not entirely sure I'm happy with what I'm picking here, because there are two phenomenal choices, and one will be making an honourable mention. It's got to be the carpet that you had as a kid that had the streets and the towns and the lakes and stuff on it.
I thought about it.
That is
It
hours
is
of make-believe,
iconic.
and if you didn't have one personally, I guarantee you have a friend who you'll talk to about the pod. Hopefully, subtle. Please talk about us, and they will have one, and it'll be
talk about us.
promotion. But yeah, no. Me and my brother, when we weren't busy bullying and otherwise being terrible brothers to one another, we did used to do a lot of make believe involving these carpets, whether we had a toy truck or car or otherwise. Hours of fun.
That is a good time. Yeah, 100%.
I felt like it was pretty versatile with whatever other like vehicle toys you may have had. Whether you landed
have
a
a fire
Thunderbirds
truck?
on there,
Oh yeah, fine.
Oh, also we had
Tonka
toy
truck.
dinosaurs as well. Toy dinosaurs roaming through the city at hours.
Incredible. Such a good call.
It's a good pick.
I remember we actually used to build some Lego buildings on ours. That was a thing. We would make like houses around it and all sorts.
Did you ever do the Godzilla? Where you build it up and then either you or a toy that is appropriately dinosaur themed just trample it.
Destroy
What
it
about
all,
the
as
train
per-
packs? Did this town of yours have Lego transport?
This is probably something that did happen as well, although I don't specifically remember an instance of it. But we used the trains an awful lot. We did love those things.
I was going to say, you can't expect him to remember a specific instance with trains when every instance had trains in some way. He's playing with his Robot Wars RC bot with racing a train.
No, it was, could the train get past the Robot Wars RC bot, or would Matilda flip it off the tracks? That was the most common one, I think.
I feel like
Beyblade
Matilda
versus
probably
train.
won quite a lot in that.
Oh, it's good stuff. Right, Ollie.
Okay,
Final
my
pick.
final pick is, and I'm being so specific here, plastic stick skipping ropes. And I'm not talking about the ones with rope as the rope, because those were the worst. And anybody who's ever used a skipping rope that's a rope will know what I'm talking about. They're so slow and annoying. But the ones that's like a really thin plastic wire, absolutely incredible. That is you can do that by yourself, having some fun doing some skipping, doing tricks, or even better, if you have at least 2 friends, you can do 3 people skipping, or as many people as you can get. I remember, like, in the playground in school, we would be there with the longest rope we could find, round and round and round, and people would be running in and out and like doing the songs and tricks, and basically trying not to get whipped in the head or legs by this incredibly fast, incredibly like thin whip. It's pretty much a whip that you just spin around, but it had to be the plastic ones, because the plastic ones like are quick and they're heavy, so they like have some momentum to them. If you get the ones that are just made of like fabric rope, they're awful.
The sound of them whooshing through the air as well. Oh,
The snap on the
so
floor was always
satisfying.
pretty satisfying too, when it made the contact with the floor.
Yeah, exactly. Like, yeah, a proper like rhythmic good sound, good fun, many happy hours doing skipping rope stuff, and a good way to get your energy out at lunchtime. Because good God, like you've been sitting in school for the last 4 hours and you're in hell, and it's lunchtime and you can finally get your energy out before the final lesson of the day.
Hey kids, this toy's great for your exercise. Yeah.
Yippee! Ow.
Okay, Seth, your final round pick.
right. It's a tough choice. Like, there are so once you abandon a theme, it's like the world is your oyster. I've decided to pick something that is a childhood toy, but that I did not necessarily explore fully in my childhood.
Okay.
So bear with me here. I do have one there, and
Ooh.
there,
Seth
And
is
about 10
pointing
of them
to
under my
various
bed.
things behind him.
You can't. This is an audio podcast. I'm talking, of course, about the Rubik's Cube or any kind of puzzle cube.
Oh, yeah.
It is an iconic toy puzzle. Puzzles are toys. We're counting that.
Yeah, we're counting that.
After the debate about a park, come on. So
Hold a minute, I think this needs
Cube.
more discussion.
So the Rubik's Cube, even if, right, you're not interested in solving the puzzle, just physically moving a Rubik's Cube, like a good Rubik's Cube, is so satisfying. Just like how fast can you move the cube? You learn a few little combinations, make some pretty patterns, and people for some reason think you're a genius because you memorize something from a website. You know, it's just good fun.
Yeah.
That's
Seth,
it.
out of curiosity, did you ever have a Rubik's snake?
Oh, what?
I did not have a Rubik's snake.
I didn't have a
pet
Rubik's
snake,
cube,
but not a Rubik's snake.
you could. It was like a Rubik's cube, but it was a long string of triangles that you could twist 360 degrees around, and you could form it into like a picture frame. You could form it into a ball. You could make it into a zigzag. That was always a good fun one as well.
This just reminded me of another thing. Do you guys remember those like expandable ball things? Where it was like spiky and you would grab it and it would form a big sphere.
Yeah,
those
yeah,
are good.
the one that like folded in on itself to make a smaller
Yeah.
one. Then you got a bit
Not related to the Rubik's Cube at all. Sorry,
completely
Rubik's Cube still
different,
wins,
but still really good. But no,
Good
I never got
times.
Rubik's cubes. I found them too annoying. I could never figure out the pattern.
I think for me it's like less about the solving of it and more about the feeling of when you move it around. Like it's just there's a certain tactile experience that you get from a Rubik's Cube, which I haven't found with any other toy, as it were.
I think that is a superb final pick for Seth, and that just means it has come back to me to make the 24th pick of the Childhood Toys draft. And you know, I had quite a few things in mind here, but I thought I'm going to end on a really wholesome note. That's what I'm going to do this time. So you can see a certain game board on the screen. I don't know if any of you will have seen this before, but this is a game called Bagatelle.
Bagatelle. Yeah,
Bagatelle is a fantastic game.
What are you actually talking about?
For me, this game is the ultimate memory of my nan. So whenever we went round as a family to go and visit my nan, this would come out and we would play. Basically, you can see those little metal balls. What you would do is you'd load them up into the chamber on the right. There was a little spring launcher thing that you had to pull back and ping, but you could do it at like different levels of pulled back in order to try and get it into any of the various different holes to score points. And then at the very bottom there were two kind of like small cage things. On one of the sides, the small cage thing meant you got to take that ball again. And then on the other side, if you managed to get it into that cage thing, any balls that had dropped to the bottom you could take back to use again as well. And we would spend hours and hours playing this thing. It is a fantastic game that I cannot believe I see almost nowhere.
It looks
they're really
quite a lot
not very
like a
popular these
pinball machine, almost.
It does have pinball vibes. It really does.
Yeah, it's like pinball without the flippers.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, I've
Get a spring
never
launcher.
seen that before.
I remember going to my grandparents, going to see my grandpa, and he would get this down out from upstairs where we were not allowed to venture. And I would sit there and I'd be like, I don't understand this, but I do like the spring, and I will try.
It's extraordinarily satisfying to ping those
It's
things.
just sometimes there's a certain like satisfaction with physical toys that I think that when we said when we banned video games from this list, like you just don't get that in digital games. There's just something about the tactile nature of these things. I think that's why board games are doing so well at the moment.
Absolutely. And of course, the wholesome reason is one of the reasons I picked this. The other one is, after the story, I'm pretty sure Jay's not going to argue against it going in.
Is this the reputation I have on the pod now? It's just argumentative, like, rules
Jay
police.
is here as our rules lawyer. That's what we've got.
You were the first person to bring up a rule today, I think, no?
Yeah, I
It might have
think
been me.
challenging me on the pillow or blanket fort was a Jay move, was it not?
I believe Ollie started the charge on that one, I'll have you know.
You're even rules lawyering the rules lawyer accusation.
Play back the tape.
I mean, Ollie is sat there so quietly right now thinking, I'm going to get away with this.
I plead the fifth, whichever that one is. Not guilty.
You just let me take the
Definitely
fall like
wasn't
that.
me.
I will remember this.
The little telltale games. Jay will remember this has popped up in the corner of my vision.
Right, I think it is time for us to do any honourable mentions we want to chuck in really quickly, so I'm going to throw that out to everyone. Is there anything you want to chuck on as an honourable mention?
Oh, so many things. Like, for me, I wanted to bring in trading card games in some way, like Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh!, Magic the Gathering, all that stuff is so great. But even just like a standard pack of playing cards, I was surprised didn't make the list. Like, you mentioned with your nan, and I remember going to see my grandparents and we would always play Knockout Whist every time I was there. Loved it. I love any game you can play with cards is great. So, surprised to see they didn't make anyone's list.
No, we were a big fan of like bullshit and cheat in my household, where you try and lie through your teeth and get shouted at. Good fun.
Good times.
But no, on my didn't quite make it list was obviously Barbie, the classic. But I thought that would be too obvious. Bionicles.
I thought about
Oh my
Bionicles.
gosh.
Yeah.
When you said Lego.
Tamagotchi, Hot Wheels, all sorts. Lots of. I was thinking about doing a childhood toys that are collectibles now, but I wanted a stick in there, so
You can collect
some
sticks.
people.
I also
collect
considered
sticks.
Hot Wheels for one of my original themes, which was childhood toys that we absolutely broke to use to just hurt or break things.
Yeah.
And we had a Hot Wheels ramp that you could use to absolutely fling those cars across spaces.
Solid.
On the subject of sort of Barbies, this one's niche to the point I'm sure nobody will know it, to the fact I had to spend about half an hour trying to find the name of this thing, but I had a Max Steel action figure, which was very much like an Action Man, and it was very memorable because he used to press a button on its arm that would make it sort of yell "Going Turbo," and it would make this like very distinctive like whooshing noise. Yeah, I thought it was an Action Man all these years, and it took half an hour of Googling today to find out it was actually a Max Steel action figure instead.
That's hilarious.
But also in honourable mentions, there's been a lot of mentions of marbles, and my entire mind has been racing during this podcast thinking of things like Scrabble Scramble, if any of you guys played that one. Also the balance tables where you had to get a marble for a marble maze.
Those
Some
were
of
good,
those
yeah.
really great ones.
A couple of others that I thought of that I can't quite believe are not on the board. Scale-Electric.
Ooh,
Oh, yeah.
Scale-Electrics. No.
Yeah.
Forgot about those.
I did love Scale-Electric as a kid. Brio, similarly. Like, I seem to like things on tracks. That just seemed to be a thing.
Something to do with
for me as a kid.
trains.
Yeah,
got a
I don't know.
One-track mind, Apex.
Oh, yeah, what can I say?
I do also have one I'm really... well, I'm sort of surprised it didn't come up, but it definitely needs a mention. You know the bead toys that you get at like a doctor's or a dentist's or something?
Yes. Oh my goodness.
The ones where you're
Those
pushing
are
beads
so
around
good.
wires, yeah.
Yeah. Ultimate
Oh.
toy. Nobody had one at home, but you go to the doctor's and it was just how fast could you push them, launch them, stack them. Yeah.
Spin
Yeah.
them. Yeah.
And whilst
Could've
we're
gone
on
my
the
list.
whole member berries thing,
Spin the. So we've got the one-track mind and we've got the one-spin mind.
I think I can see how me and Seth became friends quite so easily. So we're just... It says a lot about us, I think.
It's written in the stars.
Potentially concerningly so. Right, so I think with that we should start wrapping up the episode. So
did you just drop one of your marbles?
No.
I need to get us to run through our boards. Just so that the audience know what we each picked for when you vote and when you argue about this in the comments. So I'll start with my board because I picked first today. So Pex's picks are Beyblade, the pillow/blanket in brackets fort. No, because it's about the pillows and blankets you play with, but they could be constructed into a fort, according to the rules lawyering of apparently Ollie. The bouncy ball, the Robot Wars RC bot, the virtual reality world 3D color ninja VR game set 2000, and Bagatelle. Seth.
What a list. My list was Geomag, make him into a shape, spin him. Yo-yo, throw it, it spins. Plastic Velcro freeze, meant to cut them, spin it. Spinny chair, speaks for itself really. Diablo, spin it. Rubik's Cube, I guess you spin it, kinda.
Spins. You twist it
round.
right.
Kinda spins, you twist it.
Ollie.
Mine is Lego, that one childhood toy that you've had forever and ever. Marble Run, Sylvanian Families, a stick, and plastic skipping ropes.
Fantastic. And Jay?
My picks were a cardboard box, plastic bottles filled with water, football, snow, bicycle, and have you written this as car pet? There's a gap between car and pet and carpet.
It's a pun because it's a carpet that's got roads on it, so it's a car
It's
pet.
a car pit.
We're ending this on a pun, okay.
Yeah, I put that onto the table because I thought it would upset you. Right.
What do we do in the show?
Right. Anyway, thank you so much for listening to the final episode of the Quite Drafty Podcast of 2025. Please, like it, subscribe to it, all of that jazz. Please also leave us a 5-star review. It really helps us to build the show, so we do massively appreciate it if you can do that for us. If you enjoyed the show, share it with a friend, and if you didn't enjoy it, get a job writing for Doctor Who and make us the victim of a mid-tier alien invasion. Have a wonderful new year. We will see you in the next one. Goodbye.
If you
have a good new year.
Any own childhood toys to mention, please drop a comment. I want to hear all these toys. I want to trigger that nostalgia. Go for it.
We need to know. We need to know.
We are nostalgia bait. That's what we're here for. Nostalgia in the comments. Nostalgia.
By the way, did we need to do a mention of what the next one's going to be?
We did!
This would be the first that we've... It's a surprise. It's a mystery.
It's a surprise. Nobody gets to know.
Well, this is great. Like, we get to do a post-show beep for fuck. We forgot to do this. So how should we do this? I know. Restart the podcast. Sorry. Next week's episode thing. We forgot to tell you what the draft was during the recording. So here's Ollie to tell us.
The next draft is going to be duos. Any kind of duos. Literally anything, as long as it's a duo. It can be in your list.
It can be a duo. How many duos? A duo of duos? Mass duos?
A quad of duos.
A quad of duos.
8 things in total, but in 4 groups of 2 things.
There you go. So that's next week's show. It's quad duos. Quad duos.
So smooth.
Yeah.
Ever so smooth.
Bye. Comment. Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
Are we all feeling particularly ready for today's?
I'm feeling quite drafty.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh no.
I'm so proud of myself. I cannot recommend my family to listen to this pod if I'm talking about adult toys. I can't, please.
But bell sprouts are okay.
That's different.
I'm just going to press stop recording.
That's incidental.